up, everybody, and welcome to my channel. And as you can see from the title, Hove Jigga Jay-Z. We're gonna get ourselves into some Hove. Jay-Z, one of the GOATs, one of the greatest of all time. We're about to do Jay-Z, y'all. We're gonna do his debut, Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt is Jay-Z's very first album, which came out in 1996 with ROC-A-FELLA Records. Jay-Z, Kareem Biggs, Dame Dash, the three dudes owned ROC-A-FELLA. ROC-A-FELLA changed the game. Now, funny thing is, when this album came out, it took a long time for this album to fully get recognized for what it really is. And that's a true classic. This album didn't really get 100% love right away, because this album dropped in 1996, and 1996, in my opinion, is the greatest year in hip-hop history. I'm talking about legends came out that year. You had Pac, Tupac coming out that year, Mobb Deep coming out that year, Nas was coming out that year, and the Fugees, such and so on. Just classics coming out that year. So Jay-Z probably didn't really get the recognition he properly deserved. Don't get me wrong, the album was still doing good. You know, the album still has some good recognition, but it didn't get the recognition that I feel like it deserved. You know, Reasonable Doubt didn't truly get loved and appreciated until later in Jay-Z's career. So right now, us, together, are going to hop into this project, you and I. We're gonna do it, baby. Yeah.
The Godfather flow, the Don Juan, the Marco. Swear to God, don't get it fucked up. My pops knew exactly what he did when he made me. He tried to get a nut and he got a nut and what?
Whoa, oh my God. Oh my God. He said, peep what he said. Peep what he said. He said, my father knew exactly what he did when he made me. He tried to get a nuttin', but he got a nuttin'. Get it? I was trying to get his nuts and Mom Dukes, but instead he got a nuttin'. He ended up with a child. Facts. You can't knock the way a nigga eatin'. Fuck you even. He's saying no matter what you do, you're not gonna take food off my plate. I'm gonna stay full. I'm gonna be eating. That's that boss talk. That's what I love when Jay-Z does. I love when Jay-Z talks like that. That's that boss talk. That's that shit. That's that boss talk. You think you're gonna take food off my plate? Alright, watch. Great intro to this album, Reasonable Doubt. Can't knock the hustle. So, like I said, this is Jay-Z's debut. This is his debut into the game. So, this is how the album starts. You can't knock the hustle. So you got to think about it like this. What was Jay-Z doing before rapping? It's not a secret. Jay-Z was on the corner selling that shit. He's literally making that transition from the streets to the recordings to the studio. He's letting you know you can't knock the hustle. Now that's a hustler's dream song right here. You can't knock the hustle. That's that motivation shit. No matter what you do, you can't knock my hustle. And shout out Mary J. Blige for the vocals.
No waiting, I'll make your block infrared hot. I'm like Satan.
Whoa. He said, no waiting, I make your block infrared hot like I'm Satan. Woo. Talk that shit. Talk that shit. Politics as usual.
See money in your life when it comes to this cheese, y'all like three blind mice.
You ain't seen money in this life when it comes to cheese, y'all like three blind mice. Oh shit. That beat was going hard. Jay-Z's letting you know it's politics as usual. He's letting you know how the streets work, how they clocking you, and how he's talking about the game. He's talking about the game and it's politics as usual. You gotta understand something, y'all. Jay-Z is at his hungriest right here, because he's breaking into the game. He got something to prove. This is not the Jay-Z that we know. This is not the Jay-Z that's the top dog and he's sitting at the throne and you know, and he's big shot and everything. Jay-Z right here is fighting for his spot like a hyena, and you can hear it with the bars. Jay-Z coming correct. Jay-Z coming correct with the bars. He coming correct with the bars. We here for it. Politics as usual. Yes!
Such your mouth times like Sinatra. Peruvians trying to do me in.
Big little bit of rhymes to play me. I'm from Marcy, I'm boss, champion JV.
He said, Jay-Z, Big Smalls make you shit your drawers. Jay-Z said, you crazy? You think a little bit of rhymes could play me? I'm from Marcy, I'm varsity, chump you JV. He's clowning. Jigga's clowning.
If they have twins, you probably have two
Time to separate the
Biggie, I'm about done with you. I'm about done with you on this track, Biggie. I'm about done with you. Biggie just said if Faith had twins, she probably have Tupacs. Get it? Tupac. Listen, that bar is self-explanatory. He said Faith, he talking about Faith Evans, y'all. So Faith was his wife at the time. There's a rumor. Well, it shouldn't even really be considered a rumor anymore. I mean, people that just do their research should know and believe what they want to believe in. But there's been some floaters out there that Faith Evans had slept with Tupac while still being married to Biggie. And Biggie's addressing the rumors right there. And he just handled that rumor like a goat. I can't even front. That's hilarious. Basically with that bar right there, he's like, yo, if Faith slept with Pac, listen, if she had twins, she probably had Tupacs. The way that he was able to make a joke out of that one bar right there, out of that whole rumor with one bar, goat shit. Brooklyn's Finest is one of the greatest tracks, I think, in hip-hop history. Biggie just ripped that shit. And Jay-Z and Biggie going back and forth with each other, crazy. And you could tell they're trying to one-up each other. That's that competition shit that hip-hop is missing today. They're trying to one-up each other on the same track. That's fire. Now, I think Biggie, excuse me, I know Biggie beat Jay-Z here on his own track. But hey, Jay-Z has nothing to hold his head down because Jay-Z went hard. Jay-Z did his thing on this track. But Biggie's presence was just too much. I mean, it was... Shout out Jay-Z, by the way, but Biggie just did his thing on this joint, man. And then that Faith, with that Faith Tupac bar right there, that was the dagger for me. Jay-Z's from Marcy, Biggie from Bed-Stuy. That's Brooklyn's finest, you know, and I love how in the song Jay-Z is shouting out places in Brooklyn, you know, Brownsville, Crown Heights, you know, and I love East New York. I love that. I love that. That's showing love. That's love. That's what it's all about. And, you know, it's still keeping the essence of the song Brooklyn's Finest, because you got two of Brooklyn's finest, and then you shouting out everywhere in Brooklyn. That's love, man. They don't do it like that no more.
Oh, we don't just shine, we illuminate the whole show. You feel me? As I said, pray for me. I do you one better and slay these niggas faithfully.
He said, without rap, I was crazy straight. Partner, I'm still spending money from 88.
Dead President Jowls, politics is your jowl.
Believe it or not, this right here was the start. So that hook, I'm out for presidents to represent me, that hook was Nas. Nas made that hook for his song, The World Is Yours, which was on the Illmatic album, which, you know, we gonna be on the job. But this was actually the start of Jay-Z and Nas's feud, you know, because Jay-Z wanted Nas to be on this song, but Nas never showed up. Jay-Z kept offering, like, yo, come to the studio, come here, I want you on this, I want you on this, I want you on this. And Nas always kept saying, like, yeah, I'm coming. And Nas never came through. And that actually was like, Jay-Z ultimately was like, psh, forget it. And took Nas's sample of The World Is Yours, where he's singing the hook, I'm out for presidents to represent me, and he put it on this song. Now it's the start of their feud, but Jay-Z in a way was paying homage right here. But Nas, I believe Nas took it wrong, and their friction started off that and some other stuff outside of the music industry, and that's that with their issue. That's over there. 9-6 and forever.
ROC-A-FELLA. And then you die, but for now, life, close your eyes and feel his dick. All niggas, they talking about large money. What's the point?
Jay-Z, you couldn't have said it any better than that. If y'all ain't talking about large money, what's the point? Jay-Z said it best. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. I was feeling that song. Corny, I know. In that third verse, he's talking about his mom is having nightmares that he's about to get sniped down, you know, and get massacred to death. And Jay-Z's like, those nightmares, mom. What a way to downplay that, like, those nightmares, mom. And he says that sometimes when he feels the tension that he gets blunted out. And he's like, I know I contradicted that. I know I contradict myself because, you know, Jay-Z doesn't really endorse that. Jay-Z's like, man, I'm the dealer. I'm pushing this weight. I'm feeling good. It don't matter if it's sunshine or raining. I'm doing this, that, and the third. You know, and he's like, but when the tension gets to him, you know, Jay-Z's usually selling, not using. So Jay-Z's like, when the tension boils, you know, he'll light up the blunt for a second, you know, and then he'll find a shorty, handle his business, do what he got to do with the shorty, you know what I'm saying? And then he'll take one more toke because, you know, because the weed got him in the zone, you know, thorough in every borough, but you know he still got enemies on the low. He's still got enemies, even though he's thorough in every borough and that he's doing this and the third, he's feeling great. He's feeling it. He's still, you know, there's still some people on the low watching him, like, ready to do what they got to do to him.
Whoever said illegal was the easy way out. They used to say, fuck Mike Skills. I never prayed to God, I prayed to God E.
Whoa, fuck Mike Skills. I never prayed to God, I prayed to God E. John Gotti. You know, he's basically saying John Gotti is his role model. How these streets are real wicked and how his boys never talk. He said, and if you talk too much, they try to get you touched.
We used to fight for building blocks. Now we fight for blocks with buildings that make a killing.
We used to fight for building blocks. Now we fight for blocks with buildings that make a killing. Let that bar marinate.
And even if Jehovah's Witness, man, he'll never testify.
Bruh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Oh my God. And he said if they get Jehovah, I bet he never testifies the evils. He just said God, they can get God to understand. I bet he'll never testify. Bruh, the evils was... I'm about to lose my fucking shit, bro. I'm really getting amped up right now. Now I'm getting amped up because that shit was fucking hot. I just caught that bar. I've heard the song how many times I just caught that bar. Bro, that shit was fucking crazy. I'm spitting everywhere and shit. Yo. I can't sit down right now. I want to stand up. I want to stand up right now. He never prays to God. He prays to God. That's right, it's wicked. And he ain't asking for forgiveness for his sins. He's like, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I got to do this. And he's talking about as the money grew, as the money grows, they grow black-hearted. When it comes to the money, no friends in this shit when it comes to money. No friends in the shit when it comes to money. They grow black-hearted like they don't care if they grow up with you. You get in the way of their food, it's raps for you.
Too much West Coast dick licking.
Just the way he starts off with too much West Coast dick licking. Now remember, this came out in 1996. The West Coast was on top in 96.
Too many bitches wanna be ladies. So if you a hoe, I'ma call you a hoe. Too many bitches are shady.
Fact.
Too many brothers wanna be lovers, don't know what romance is.
Jay-Z, it's called 22 Twos. And Jay-Z really dropped 22 Twos. That track, 22 Twos, that 22 Twos was fire, and I love the skit too. Now, y'all already know what I felt about the first verse because I kind of just broke it down for y'all. And the second verse, Jay-Z's talking about gotta get my quota, and you know, these broke niggas is watching what I'm doing, and he's like, at the end of his verse, he's like, you're broke, what the fuck you gonna tell me? In the skit, you know, and she's hyping up like Jay-Z, ROC-A-FELLA, Dame Dash, 9-6. That tape's coming out though, right? He's like, no doubt, no doubt. He's like, you have a place here, anytime, any place. You can come here and do whatever you got to do. Promotion, we got your back. And then a dude in the crowd he's starting to light a blunt up. She's like, she smells some reefer. She's like, I smell some reefer. You see, this is exactly why our people could never have anything. And then I'm guessing somebody, or the dude that lit the joint up, I don't know who, somebody in the crowd's like, yo, shut the fuck up. And she's like, who told me shut the fuck up? And someone's snitching like, him. And she's like, the person that said shut the fuck up, yo, security, get him up out of here. Get him out of here. And then security is escorting dude out. The people are clapping. And she's like, you see, we as black people, as we need to support each other, we need to love each other, and we need to build our own businesses like ROC-A-FELLA. She says that specifically at the end. We need to build our own businesses like ROC-A-FELLA. You see? And I'm glad she put that in there because it's a reminder like, yo, ROC-A-FELLA, Jay-Z, Kareem, and Dame, they came into the game doing their own thing. They kind of did something that really nobody ever did before. They came in, like, who comes into the game with their own record label ready? You coming into the game hoping to get signed or be independent. Who comes into the game with their own record label? That's boss moves right there.
We offer our lives. What do you bring to the table?
I love that intro right there to Can I Live. Jay-Z's basically letting you know why he hustles. And he's speaking for other hustlers from his camp like, yo, we hustle out of a sense of hopelessness. Sort of like a desperation. Sort of like the fiends that we're accustomed to serving. And we got nothing to lose. So we offer our lives. What do you bring to the table? Oh my God, when you break it down like that, oh my God, bro. I mean, this gonna sound kind of foul, but that's a damn good reason to hustle.
Big Willie, my game is grown before you call me William. It gets TDS, so I keep one eye open like CBS. You see?
Oh, bro, he said it gets TDS, so I keep one eye open like CBS. You see me stressed? Nah. Anybody know about CBS, the network station CBS? You know the logo of CBS is one big eye. Like, the CBS logo is an eye. So he's like, it gets TDS, so I keep one eye open like CBS. Oh my God. Oh my God. Love that song. Can I Live? It's so smooth. I love the horns in Can I Live? I just love the way he's talking. I just love what he's talking. Like, he's talking that talk. Like, he's talking that Jay-Z talk. He's talking that business talk, but he's giving you game. He's giving you knowledge right now.
My shit is tight. Who you asking, right? Since you've been playing with Bobby and Kenny, you can't change the player's game in the ninth inning.
I'm sipping Baileys, don't give a fuck how you move with them other mommies.
Ain't no nigga. Jay-Z, Foxy Brown, you know, he's spoiling Foxy Brown, he's spoiling his chick. Friends are telling you should leave me alone. Tell your friends go find a man of their own. And Foxy Brown is like telling Jay-Z like, yo, remember the days you was dead broke? And like, basically Foxy Brown was a day one. In the song, she's basically the day one. You know what I'm saying? She's a ride or die. She's a day one. She's like, yo, I'm holding you down even when you was locked up. And, you know, I'm still holding you down. Now you out and you doing what you got to do. I'm holding you down. You know, ain't no nigga. She's basically, and he's basically like, yo, that's a ride or die relationship right there. You know what I mean?
The foe, yo, state your best. You fuck with the big dog, Joe. I gotta bite you. Look, ever come around here no more.
Ever come back here no more. You hit that Chris Tucker, and then you got these dudes like, yo, Jay-Z's out here, but he's selling mad weight. And you know, you hear Dame's voice. Dame's like, you know, who's supposed to be, you know, competition, I guess. Who, Jay-Z, who, the rapper? In my lifetime, nigga? Ain't no rapper telling me I can't get no cake. Man, and you know, you hear him gripping up. And Jay-Z's, you know, basically caught one of them. And Jay-Z caught him and he's like, yes, you heard there was money around here and it's me stopping you from getting it, correct? Sorry to hear that. And he said, you draw, you better be Picasso, you know, the best. Cause if not, then God bless. He sounds like a mafia mob figure right there.
He likes the way I walk. He see my money talking. Body wanna be like Michael where I'm from. Just them niggas who bounce from a gun.
In that first verse, he's talking about he notices this little dude, little man's is coming around my block and he notices, Jay-Z noticed like this little dude likes the way I walk and the way I talk, the way I do my thing. And Jay-Z notices this little dude come around my block trying to get his cake up, you know, and he's getting his money. So Jay-Z's like watching this dude closely, and you know, and he's like trying to see what he's up to. And Jay-Z's like, this little dude's making his little money, his little hustler.
Diamonds reflect from the sun directly in your equilibrium.
That's Memphis Bleek. And in the second verse, Memphis Bleek in the song is playing that little shorty that was from verse 1 that Jay-Z's talking about. So now we're getting the perspective of that little shorty, the little dude that's getting money. And he's basically saying, yo, he's trying to graduate and not from school, but with this, and he's trying to add a couple dollar signs to his name, and he wants to be in reclined leather seats like his man, like Hove. And he's like, I ain't gonna go to him. I'm gonna wait for him to come to me, and hopefully he gives me that nod of approval. Like, hopefully he likes me, hopefully he fucks with me, and I could be a part of his circle.
I like your style. Nah, I like your style.
So in the third verse, Jay-Z approaches the kid. Hey, yo, fella, I've been watching you clock in, and he's like, so basically he's like, I've been watching you work. And now they have the interaction with each other, and Jay-Z's just like, I've been watching you, and Jay-Z's like, I like your style, and the kid's like, nah, I like your style. I'm trying to give him game like, yo, you want to make money in this shit? Jay-Z's, I'm gonna break it down for you. Jay-Z's like, I'm gonna make money. He's like, you want to make money in this shit? This is how you do it. You gotta stay quiet. You know, work on your shit, let your shit bubble quietly, and then you blow and keep it cool. You know, and he's like, do not make yourself be too hot, don't be known, move quietly, move in silence, let your product speak for itself. And then on top of that, he's like, don't blow your dough on hotties. And dude's like, man, all I got is my nuts and I won't break them for nobody. Jay-Z says, I like your resume, pick a day, you could start. And then the kid's like, from now until death do us part. Now Jay-Z's like, okay, now I'm gonna take this little dude under my wing. I'm gonna show him how to win for real. And the kid is receptive, like, this is all I ever wanted. He wanted that nod of approval. Remember from verse 2, he wanted that nod of approval? He wanted that nod of approval. Jay-Z gave him the nod, like, all right, you in. And now they're about to do what they gotta do. And the beat is just simple, but it's hard, it's gritty, it's perfect. And then the hook, ah man, this song is a masterpiece. I got a fun fact for y'all. I actually found this out recently myself. So this is a fun fact. The second verse, Memphis Bleek did not write that second verse. Jay-Z wrote the whole entire song. But since Jay-Z can't really like do an interaction with his own self, so Jay-Z told Memphis Bleek, hop into the studio, hop into the recording booth. I got this verse for you. I want you to spit. I want you to spit it for me. And Memphis Bleek was eating like 8 cheeseburgers or some shit like that. I don't know. That's what I heard. Memphis Bleek was eating like 8 cheeseburgers, and Jay-Z's like, yo, stop eating and spit the second verse for me. You know, because in real life, this song is kind of like, maybe Jay-Z was inspired by the relationship that him and Memphis Bleek have in real life. Because for people that know, people know Memphis Bleek is like Jay-Z's little brother. Not blood brother, but Jay-Z's little brother in the game. You know what I mean? Like, Memphis Bleek will die for Jay-Z type shit. That's Jay-Z's day one. That's Jay-Z's hype man. Like, that's Memphis Bleek. Bleek is Jay-Z's soldier. So this song sort of is like, it's perfect that Memphis Bleek is on this song, and it just fits perfectly.
My shit is cool like December, smoother than Persian rug. The son of the Jedi, from Rio de Janeiro. And the only time you love him is when your dick comes.
He said, "Fuck if your leg broke, hop up on your good foot." He's talking that shit. He's talking that talk. Jay-Z's one smooth dude, man. He's a smooth guy.
Even ROC-A-FELLA, I got to tell all about ROC-A-FELLA. I pose like Hakeem, got a lot of things.
I Bronco bring it on. They talking, okay, they flexing. They talking stunt money. They talking that stunt money talk.
This is the #1 rule for your set in order to survive. Learning, turning in every direction, seeking direction. They make it so you can't prevent it. Never give it, you got
time waits for no man. You can't turn back the hands. It's just too late. You gotta learn to live with regrets. Jay-Z's letting you know, like, as he's rapping, he's letting you know that, yo, this is touching me. You know, I guess he's hitting home with this, and he's learning. You gotta learn to live with regrets. you wish you could like go back. Like y'all ever wish you could just go back and be like, if I could take this back, I would. But we don't have a time machine. That's the point. You can't just go back and change things. You got to learn to live with regrets. And we all live with regrets. Every last one of us. There's all things that we wish we could do and change. But we can't. We got to learn to live with it. That's a part of life. Politics as usual.
Don't know who hate me. I got popcorn, feeling it. Chickens that I just got to have. When I catch up to these fiends, I'ma knock them. Mommy's got me best, alright?
Can I Live number 2, part 2, number 2, whatever the hell you want to call it. Can I Live, the second version. That beat just got me. That was what I appreciate about it. What I appreciate about this was it was so different than the first one. Now I love the first one. I really do. It was slower and it was like, you know what I mean? It was more cinematic. This one was more high tempo and it got me dancing, bopping, like ooh, put it on that stank face. Ooh, no, he's shouting out everybody to, you know, to all the people that drink Henny straight up, to the ladies that to the ladies that are pigeon-toed, standing bow-legged. You know, can I live? He's asking everybody, yo, can I live? So that was Reasonable Doubt, y'all. That was Reasonable Doubt. I had a great time listening to this. So many bars, great features. This was hot. And I see why this is Jay-Z's favorite album of his that he's done. And you know what? Yo, this might be my favorite Jay-Z album too. Reasonable Doubt. I don't know. I really like Blueprint 1. I really like Blueprint 1 actually. Nah, but I like Reasonable Doubt more. Reason why? Reasonable Doubt is really fire. You know, and what I loved about this also was the production. It was gritty. It was New York. It was New York, mafioso, gritty, raw, like, and Jay-Z just came correct as a rapper on this. Every song on here was bonkers. There was not one whack track, not one so-so track, not one track that made me go eh. Everything was pure fire. This is exactly why I'm giving this project a 10 out of 10. That's my score, 10 out of 10. And if you thought I was going to give this project anything less than a 10, you bugging. You bugging. You snorting, you using the drugs that Jay-Z sold you. I got nothing but great things to say about this project. Nothing but great things. There's only one song on here where the feature outdid Jay-Z, and we already know that was Brooklyn's Finest with Biggie. But I'm going to give Jay-Z a pass because that's Biggie. You know, because normally I don't like when a feature outdoes the person on their own project. Forget just own song, on their own project. But that's Biggie, so Jay-Z gets a pass. That's Big Brother, he gets a pass. I'm going to give y'all my top 3 favorite tracks. Definitely Coming of Age, Brooklyn's Finest, and I say the third one could be Can I Live? Yeah. That sounds cool. Can I Live was my third one. The first one though, Can I Live number 1 is my third favorite. So y'all need to tell me what y'all favorite song is. Go down in the comment section below and tell me what your favorite song is off this album. And those were my top 3. You know, and let's have a discussion in the comment section. So again, this was my score, 10 out of 10. We just did Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. I appreciate everybody. ROC-A-FELLA forever. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. For everybody that's new, subscribe and tap that bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And comment down below what you want me to react to next. I gladly do request. And if you know you want to comment at me in the comment section, or if you want to follow me on my social medias, comment, subscribe, all that. Show your boy some love because I'm going hard for y'all. I'm going hard. I love y'all. Everybody be safe out there. I want everybody to have fun. We here to have fun. Be safe out there. And we're going to keep growing together. We're going to keep growing together. We're going to keep having fun together. Thanks for just vibing with me. I appreciate that. And yo, I'm going to catch everybody in the next video. I'll see y'all there. Peace.